Welcome to Westgate Chevrolet. Today we're taking a quick look at some of the interior and exterior features on our 2020 Chevrolet Suburban. The Suburban comes in our premier trim. We have our brown leather interior seating, gunmetal gray alloy rims, white metallic paint, chrome front grille, our V8 engine, as well as four-wheel drive. Now on to the interior of the Suburban. I'll walk you through a few of the driver's side features, starting off with our door panel here. You can see we have our dark brown complemented with our light brown and wooden trim. We also have our chrome door handle, lock and unlock buttons, and down below that we have our padded leather armrest, tan stitching, close handle, rear window lock and rear child lock, automatic power windows for front and rear, as well as our power mirror adjustment with joystick and power mirror fold-in. Below that we have our memory seat option, Bose speaker, as well as storage. And on the side of the seat we have our power adjustable seats and power lumbar support. Now off to the left of the steering wheel we have a few options here, starting off with our interior lighting dimmer switch, our daytime running lights, four-wheel drive system, and trailer brake. Above that we have our heads-up display adjustment, info, as well as brightness. Then we have our traction control on and off, our park assist, lane departure warning, and pedal adjustment. Our gauge cluster, we also have a screen in the middle. We can adjust what is displayed on that screen with the buttons on the right side of the steering wheel. We also have our volume control, our voice command and phone hang up. Steering wheel is wrapped in black leather with tan stitching. On the back side we have our volume controls. Station select on the rear of this side. Then we have our heated steering wheel option, front collision alert, as well as cruise control. Classic Chevrolet bow tie in the middle. And then our push start. Our infotainment screen displays our audio phone projection for our phone, as well as OnStar navigation, settings, video player, text reader, as well as our OnStar communications. We have our 5-station presets down below. And we also have the option, pressing this button right here, to fold up our infotainment screen, displaying a USB port behind, allowing for charging our phone with a textured rubber pad at the bottom. Very discreet way of doing so. Then we have our volume and station selection, as well as our radio controls, CD player, streamlined fit into the separator between the radio controls and climate. Then we have our dual zone climate. You can see our temperature is displayed in degrees Celsius in the middle of the dial. We also have our direction of airflow and fan speed adjustment. Below that we have more climate controls, this time for the rear. We can lock the rear to the front, so only the people in the front can adjust it. Or we also have the controls in the rear, which I'll show you in just a little bit. And then we have our two heated seat options, as well as our cooled seats for driver and passenger. Wood trim as well as storage for the driver and passenger as well. Then we have our leather trim in the middle portion. We have our two USB ports and 12-volt charging port under our first leather lid. Under the second, we have our two cup holders up front. Center console area, we have our remote charging station, padded leather center console lid with that same brown leather, complemented by tan stitching. And on the inside we have textured rubber at the bottom, two USB ports, auxiliary input, and a 12-volt charging port. So plenty of options for charging inside of the Suburban. The front seats are featured in the same brown leather. We have our tan stitching and perforated leather in the lower portion of the seat. We have our OnStar controls on our rear view mirror, and above that we have our dome light settings, 3 garage door openers, sunroof and moonroof controls, our power liftgate controls, as well as our anti-theft. And we have our sunroof and moonroof overhead. Now back onto the exterior of the Suburban, we can take a closer look at our gunmetal gray and chrome alloy rims. You can see our chrome Chevrolet bow tie center caps as well, Suburban in chrome, as well as our running boards with textured rubber footsteps, chrome mirror caps, as well as our chrome and white door handles with our lock and unlock buttons. Rear privacy tint brings us around to the back, where we have our Suburban as well as premier badging. We also have a power activated liftgate. You can use the key button on the inside or the rubber pad under the handle to activate the liftgate. On the inside we'll see we have plenty of storage with the rear seats fully reclined. 60/40 split also folds down using the buttons on the right side of the trunk area. And we also have the fold downs for the rear bucket seats. So we can fold in the bench as well as the bucket using the buttons just here on the right. Then we have a 12-volt charging port. Again, we can use the key button overhead or the button on the inside to close back up the liftgate. Now on to the rear interior of the Suburban. I'll walk you through a few of the rear passenger features, starting off with the rear passenger door card. We also have our dark brown, light brown, as well as our wooden trim. You can see our chrome door handle. Below that, our cup holder, window switch, storage, and speaker. Back of the front seats, we have a leather magazine holder. And back of the center console area, we have a power outlet, 12-volt charging port, as well as our rear climate controls. You can see them displayed on the screen. Then we have our heated seats for both bucket seats, 2 USB ports and HDMI input for the DVD player, auxiliary input and volume slider, storage down below that, and overhead we have our DVD player, vents in the roof. The rear bucket seats are also featured in our brown patent leather with perforated leather. We have the addition of our fold-out armrests. You can see for the far rear passengers we have a separate DVD player. And we have a rear 60/40 split bench featuring our perforated and patent leather blend. On the side we have our cup holder as well as storage. Thank you for joining me for this video walk around of the 2020 Chevrolet Suburban. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more daily Chevrolet videos, and we hope to see you in at Westgate Chevrolet sometime very soon.